That in 2019 received 6.2 million visitors, which meant that the number of incoming visitors was growing exponentially. So we had to make sure that we manage all these tourism flows so that it would not be something that would create annoyance to citizens. We didn't want to become another Amsterdam or another Barcelona. So it was really important for us. We took advantage of the period of the pandemic to structure and to put into action a strategic approach, a holistic strategic approach. We wanted to use tourism to form better cities. So we developed a holistic approach to destination management, where the visitor economy is an integral part of the strategic development of the city. We no longer want to have to dissociate the tourism economy with the local economy, especially for countries and for cities like Athens that are relying heavily on the tourism industry. It is imperative that we find a way to combine both. So our intention and our main priority was to create a safe, accessible and sustainable destination for all. Everyone can live and visit without limitations or exclusions. Provide the same quality of climate, the same quality of living and the same quality opportunities for everyone. We wanted to use a circular tourism model to develop a sustainable destination and help tourism revenue stay in the city, and it was vital for us to attract investment and talent to Athens. So it was really important for us to make sure that we spread and share the potential of tourism across all ecosystems. It's no longer the hotel, the transfer, and the Acropolis. It's about all aspects, all areas, all 129 neighborhoods of the city. And trends now, visitors want to live like locals. Everyone is going to visit the Acropolis. The Acropolis has been selling by itself. We were spoiled on that matter, because Athens never had to do anything to sell. We had the Acropolis. Everyone eventually would visit. But we needed to be proactive. Now we needed to follow the trends, and we needed to be actually pioneers at European level when it comes to seeing about the carrying capacity of a destination, the sustainability parts of the destination, and how we're going to be competitive compared to other Western European destinations that were easily reachable by train, by car, and by other means of transport. The reason I'm saying that is because we see that in all new reports, like in Vision 2030, we see that they claim that aviation is going to be the major problem of climate change over the next years. So we need to make sure that we prove that the destination as a destination has set forward all the sustainable development goals and objectives available, so as at least to have a competitive advantage compared to other destinations. So it was really important for us to invest into all the proper communication tools, to support creative industries and innovative products, to encourage product diversification and to help the tourism ecosystem become more sustainable, to maximize use of public and mixed spaces, and to utilize skills on demand to help people gain employment skills. So we drafted, apart from all the infrastructure that was taking place, that right now we have the regeneration plan of Academia Platonos, the regeneration plan of Lycabettus Hill, of the National Garden, the double regeneration at Eleonas. So we see major infrastructure taking place and investment in the city in order to maximize the use of blue and green areas. This is really important. Our intention is that every citizen will have a close green and blue area less than 15 minutes from where they live. We have 10 small pocket parks, I don't know if you are aware, that have been created in neighborhoods with high density around the city in order for us to be able to provide a viable and high quality environment for citizens and visitors alike. This is the thing, we understood that by investing in the quality of life of the citizens and having the citizens being happy about where they live, it means that visitors will be happy as well, that the visitors will have the same experience. They are entitled to the same rights. Citizens should also want to go to Plaka. It's no longer just a tourism area that we don't go. We want the local businesses to evolve. We want the local businesses to have an incentive and to create new products, to diversify and to invite citizens and visitors alike. So we want to ensure that decisions are made with data. One of the main issues that exists in Greece, and especially in high-density destinations for tourists, is that data is rarely available. I think the University of the Aegean was the only one that had the tourism observatory. We invested in SETE, and we created the Athens dashboard, tourism dashboard, which actually it's about keeping all the data available that we have from visitors' flows, their expenditure, and which places they visit, so that we can see how we can avoid the high concentration of visitors. For example, in Acropolis during the peak areas, or in other areas of high historical importance. We seek to effectively have cultural heritage management. We need to find the quotas, the right time. Like the Acropolis, there can only be 2,000 people at each time. We cannot have the Acropolis having 16,000 visitors like per day that there was like in August. This is a very bad experience for a visitor who's traveled from far and who's probably going to have a very bad experience and long queues waiting to enter the Acropolis. Because 16,000 people in one historical monument in one day, it's something that the carrying capacity of the monument itself cannot stand. So it is really important for us to create new products, to diversify, to create the strategy and the regulations in cooperation with the ministries, in cooperation with National Tourism Organization, in cooperation with travel agents, so that we make sure that everyone gets their share and a very good quality of their share to the tourism structure of the city. So, also I would like to talk about, because Dimitra mentioned about the Airbnb. Airbnb has been something that is of major concern to us. Because we see that areas like Kokaki, for example, who were traditionally areas where local citizens stayed, the rent has been so high. So we partnered up with the Eurocities and the Short-Term Rental Commission, which includes most of major European capitals, and we lobbied at the European Commission, and right now we're expecting the regulation on short-term rental, which basically obligates all platforms to have data management. They should provide data so that the cities can know which are the houses that are actually used just for a short period of time, which are the housing that's available, that it's above level of the regulation of what law actually allows, and to see what's the better way to manage this, to have metrics on how they affect the local society and the local economy. So we are working on data management as well. We simplify administrative procedures, we promote social cohesion and justice, and we communicate about goals to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, both to visitors and to citizens. It's important to point at this stage that visitors can be trained as well, depending on the product that you want to provide, depending on how you prove that you are sustainable and you work towards that sustainability. This is how you promote your product, and then visitors will want that. Visitors will follow what you offer them. You can train your visitors. You can tell them that we're working on a circular model right now, so help us. They're really aware, they're really socially and conscious, so they will help. We see that based on the booking report, more than 86% of visitors looking through the booking platform are looking for sustainable hotels, or hotels that have green policies. So it's easy, the trend is there. New urban tourism requires that we have environmentally and socially responsible visitors and citizens alike. That's why we believe that we should not dissociate the two. So I'm going to give you some examples of what we do in terms of product diversification and about how we try to spread out and create new experiences. So we have a holistic approach to destination management. We don't do just destination marketing, we do destination management, which means that the ADMA also works on all the infrastructure works that are taking place around the city. And this way we have a clear view and strategy of what we want to achieve and where. We have our brand, This is Athens, which is the mean for us to communicate all our new strategy, and for which we address like leisure destination. We promote Athens as a leisure destination, as a city break, meetings and incentive, and digital nomad destination. We were the first in Greece to promote in January 2020 the digital nomad campaign, and we also had we tracked down all the digital nomads that had come to Athens. Two of them actually worked for us also as editors for a while, so that we could have the direct interaction and see from like firsthand what do they experience, what they like, what they didn't like. And of course we invest in initiatives that benefit the existing tourist infrastructure, promote a unified and competitive destination identity, and advertise Athens as a global standalone destination. Our brands, we have This is Athens, which is about the official portal of the city. It's about promoting all 129 neighborhoods of Athens. We have the Acropolis, but we don't do that, stay there. We have Pakrati, we have Psyri, we have Kypseli, we have Abelokipi. We make sure to give, to create experiences so that visitors can know that it's not just about the historical place. We have the Athens City Festival, which is our major project for the diversification that we're talking about. The Athens City Festival, which actually starts on Monday and ends 31st of May, it's about 211 events that take place around the city for culture, for arts, for kids, for senior people, for people with reduced mobility. And it's a call to both citizens and visitors about all the experiences that you can see and live in the city. It's about the underground caves of Athens, for example. It's about gastronomic experiences. So it's all the things that you can see. This way, we try to promote other products, diversification. For us, new urban tourism is all about diversifying. It's all about unifying citizens and visitors to have common local experiences without citizens feeling that visitors have just penetrated the area and we have this negative effects. So this is Athens, a visual guide. This is Athens Conversion Bureau. This is Athens with a local. It's a platform through which you can meet a community of locals, follow their footsteps and discover hidden treasures and places of interest. This is about Athenians, and I invite you all to become locals, meeting with visitors who want to see the favorite place of your, where you want to have coffee, where you want to hang out, where you go for a walk. It's about living like an Athenian. This project it was first established in 2013 as an effort to tackle the negative comments we had back then from the economic crisis. And actually now it's more, more ephemeral, it's actually very to the point, because now it's about showing visitors your place and making them feel welcome. And of course we have the info points. This is some data. I invite you to visit our website. It's all about equitability as well. Athens was a destination that was very difficult to visit if you had any sort of disability. So we partnered up with associations and we created special accessible routes just for the people who would come to Athens, and for Athenians, as a matter of fact, that would like to visit areas. Again, we invite you to, it's a very detailed plan. It was designed and by the people who had the disabilities in partnership with the services of the City of Athens, who were there and who would construct the special ramp, for example, for them to walk, would fix, would take out the, the plate because, so that they could feed the chariot. So we're very proud of that because it's proof of how much we want this destination to be a top choice. And we have the Convention Bureau, which was established in 2008. It was the first form of DMO in Greece, actually. We partner with the local industry. We create new thematic products. We provide support and know-how to tourist professionals. We had the evaluation from the Global Sustainable Tourism Council a year ago. We were ranked with excellence, and we made sure to provide special trainings for all the local stakeholders and the tourism industry, so that we give them the know-how and the elements to help them become more sustainable, help them become part of our story. If we do all the infrastructure and if we do all the waste management processes so as to become sustainable, but the tourism companies don't follow this example, then it's not helpful. So we want to make sure that we walk hand in hand with the stakeholders and with the private sector and with the citizens. We go through public consultations, we talk to them, we talked a lot about for the climate action plan of the City of Athens that was created. It was through different consultation groups. We try to engage citizens, stakeholders, and everyone throughout this process, because this is the only way that we can successfully respond to the new urban tourism needs. Our actions actually were successful. We were voted at Europe's leading city tourist board in 2022. Athens is the Europe's leading cultural city destination and world's leading cultural destination for 2022. So we promote all these new products and everything that we do through international networking. We partner with all the major players of the industry, and we make sure that we are everywhere. The future of tourism, we signed the Glasgow Declaration on climate action, on climate change and tourism. We want to be at the forefront of everything that changes and has to do with tourism in the cities. And of course, collaboration is the key. You cannot talk about new urban tourism without talking about collaborations. We have to work all together. In partnerships with, again, this is Athens and Partners, it's the Aegean, the SETE, Athens International Airport. The Athens Partnership is about the collaboration of the city with private companies who fund and who sponsor special areas and initiatives of the city. We have Adopt Your City, which is actually about citizens that adopt, for example, a tree in their street, or adopt an initiative and organize something. The Traders Association, we created the Athens Shopping to boost the local shops in the areas. So we work in all levels so to show to citizens and to visitors alike that it's a holistic approach. This is our partnership, this is Athens and Partners. This is part of how all these elements and all this work and strategy that we implement, how we communicate it, because communication is a very important element of how you actually attract visitors and how you tell them to come and watch your narrative. So we no longer do what used to be in the past, that the city would spend money for a campaign and then the international airport would spend money for the same markets, but with another message. We work together and we do joint campaigns, and we have the GNTO and the region of Attica that usually follow, or they tell us, listen, we have this message, and we make sure to disseminate it. So we all work together. These were some of the campaigns that we worked, and I would like to, the most important one that, and for part of this workshop here today. It's Athens, the Cities, the Museum. This is all about new urban tourism. I would be happy to share the link. This is a cooperation we've had with Google and the Ministry of Tourism about Athens is a year-round destination with many sites to visit and experiences to live. The city is the museum. The city is full of experiences. So just by walking around the city, you're part of the city, this is an experience. It's an audio guide and we're investing in other areas as well. I urge you to visit Athens, the Cities and Museum with Google. It's part of what we do for product diversification, for the new form of tourism in the cities, and what we believe to be the new urban tourism, and what we should do. And of course, in parallel, we work on the Athens Film Office, so that we bring more productions to Athens, so that we showcase areas of the city, so that we boost, maybe run down areas of the city, and we generate revenue in the city, and the Athens City Festival, which I also spoke in the beginning. So, thank you. We believe that new urban tourism is about creating new experiences and giving the opportunity for citizens and visitors to, to be together, to be. We had the Travel Trade Athens this week, and the president of the European Tourism Association made a very good remark. Vicky, you were there, I think, about why do we complain about visitors? Why do we talk about visitors and immigrants like it's penalized? Like they both have the same rights. And he was like, a visitor might have saved for like 20 years to go to a place. Might have his life savings to travel from wherever to come to Athens or to Paris or to anywhere. So why would we judge him and why would we be aggressive? It's on cities to make sure that everyone feels comfortable in the destination. Thank you very much.
Thank you.